and the police in Queens still have no comment on the deaths thereof 2 FBI agents last week. In New York's Bowery, meanwhile, there have been reports of gang-related combat against a costume-made being. A melee involving police detectives, a government employee, a techno-augmented mercenary, and this previously unknown hero was observed by local news crews. Bioluminescence graffiti was then discovered, identifying the newcomer as Spawn. Police believe he may be linked with the vigilante murders of known crime lords several months ago.
Well, if it isn't ratings wartime in the broadcast news industry, what time is it? New York City, HQ to radio and television and the home of Broadway, has now premiered a performance of another kind. The Big Apple is now playing host to the most outlandish scenes of carnage this side of Bosnia. If you believe the news, folks. What do you get when you mix cyborg warriors, the FBI, CIA, and cops, plus a magical vigilante, fighting all over town? Double-digit Nielsen's. And they dismiss my channel as lowbrow infotainment.
Either hell has frozen over, or it's finally my turn to see some justice in this world. There's now appeared a costume do-gooder I can believe in. If he is the vigilante, and he's definitely showing enough brass, then God bless the Spawn. Whoever he is, we've needed someone to stand up and clear our city of all the smug, self-interested filth. Mix equal doses of mob bashing and government smashing, and you've got my kind of hero. So Spawn, whoever you are, whatever you are, if you can hear this, I'm with you, buddy, all the way.
In the dank recesses of the sprawling city of New York, specifically the Bowery, the night people tend to their rituals. Gathered around a makeshift heater, the small group of derelicts are in a rather festive mood. Their territory has been unmistakably marked. The tagging identifies their resident messiah, Spawn.
You know, it still gets my goat that Brooklyn lost the Dodgers. Don't mind them stinking Giants going to Frisco, though. But the Dodgers? Gee, that broke my heart.
Give it a rest, Wilbur. It's been over 35 years. The Dodgers ain't coming back. I bet you're still sore about the Red Sox selling Babe Ruth to the Yankees, too.
Now don't get me going on that one.
Hey, Paul, you ain't leaving us, are you?
Don't you worry, Wilbur. I just have me my full is all. Time to make the old bladder gladder.
I swear he pees more than a pregnant woman.
Yes, all is right in the alleys again. No police harassment, no FBI, running around like hyperactive children. No one from the outside is bothering these outcasts.
Oh, that felt good. Hey, Grandpa, a moment of your time, please.
Unfortunately, there are dissenting factions on the inside.
We've been hearing about what a hotshot your Spawny guy is, so me and the boys would like to share something.
Paul catches sight of the rusty blade out of the corner of his eye. He wets himself on the spot.
He's nothing. You hear? Nothing! We don't need his help. Our boss can take care of himself. Big time. So you tell your little hero that if it's a turf war he's looking for, then he's pushing the wrong guys. Tell him to move back 15 blocks. And if he don't, it's gonna get bloody.
Elsewhere, it's only his second day back at the office, but Terry Fitzgerald thinks he might be rushing things. His hands are still not properly healed, nor are his cracked ribs. As a matter of fact, almost any move he makes hurts, as a result of his recent run-in with nearly every policing organization in existence. Still, he thought work might be good therapy while he sorted out events of the past few weeks. One matter for concern, he had been threatened on numerous occasions by those within his own agency. Would his return to the office be met with resistance?
Admit it, Terry. Things are wrong. Everyone's acting like nothing happened. No murders, no manhunt, no cops. Nothing. On the other hand, people won't look me in the eye. Somebody's breathing down on them. Heavy. It's going to be hard to get any answers. But I've got to know why all of this happened. Then I'll...
Hey, good looking. Need some help?
Wanda! What are you doing here?
What I should have done a long time ago.
What do you mean?
It's time I paid attention to what you're doing for a living. I want to know what you really do and why.
But I thought...
I know I wanted to distance myself after what happened to Al. I guess I was hoping that my ignorance would protect me from another heartache. Al's death tore me apart, but you helped me through that. You'll never know how much that meant to me. So I'd like to help, please. I know you're going through a lot. There are questions I've got about what just happened. I'd like to see if we can't answer a few together.
I love you, Wanda.
I know you do.
Dry, rotting boards shatter after a quick, forceful kick. This denizen of the Shadowlands is anxious to brag to his leader. Tell him that he's done his duty. As a grunt in Charlie Company in Vietnam, David Brewy thrived now, nearly 2 decades later. The shell-shocked vet carries on the lifestyle of a war long over.
Boss, you in here? There you are. I proceeded into Sector 12, like you said, informed the enemy of our status and requested their immediate withdrawal. I also made threats and slapped them up a bit. They seem very loyal to their commander. He's obviously given them a false sense of security.
You've done well, David. A few more pieces of the puzzle, and I'll have all I need. Then, I'll be able to bring that fat pig, Tony Twist, to his knees! I've waited long enough. Soon, very soon, I'm gonna nail that mafia scumbag!
Please, boss.
Do you hear me? Not overkill, not Spawn, not God. Nothing's going to save Twist. Tell the boys that after they clear Spawn and his gang off my turf, I want a meeting with their so-called hero, 'cause he has something I need.
Spawn. He's accepted the name out of necessity. His new title is, for the first time, public knowledge. He had tried to avoid contact with the real world, instead biding his time in the shadows of Manhattan's back streets. That didn't work. All he wanted was to see his wife, to return to his one true love. Instead, he's been hunted. A dead man from hell does not pass unnoticed. So instead of recapturing his past life, he's merely been avoiding it, looking to solve the unwanted situations that have followed him into the alleys. Now that has backfired. He brought undue harm to his wife through his own careless actions. Rather than being protected, she was almost killed. He won't allow that again. So he vows to refocus, to sort out his abominable excuse for a life.
I was a fool.
Yet now, as a messiah among the forgotten, he's become a beacon of hope in their darkest hours.
Al, you gotta hear this! No, I don't. It's time you learn to solve your own problems.
But you don't understand.
Yes, I do. You people have become lazy, always turning to me for help. Well, I don't have the answers. I can't solve all your problems. I've got a few of my own.
Dear God, Al, we didn't ask for this. They want you, not us.
Tell whoever it is, I'm not interested.
But Al...
Engulfed by the darkness, he leaves behind an innocent, soon-to-be a candidate for the crossfire.
Zippity-doo-dong! Zippity-yay!
My, aren't we in a rather festive mood, sir?
You betcha, Twitch.
and I can see why. It must be the fact that our prime suspect escaped from us. Or maybe it's that our fellow officers tried to steal our case. No, it must be that we have no silent leads in our search for this spot. Am I getting warm, sir?
God, I love your sarcasm, Twitch. Nope, little buddy, it's this file. I've got info on that bugger Chief Banks that'll cripple him. And that brings a warm spot to my heart.
The air begins to thicken as the early morning hours pass away. He came here to rest, to think. In his former life, he fought and killed for what he believed in. But that was another Al Simmons, he tells himself. He is now something different, something dark and foul and disgusting. As he stares down at the scattered groups of homeless people, he knows that his moments of feeling human have become rare. So he must seize those moments, defend his beliefs, act like a man. Stand against those who would oppose him. Answers to his inquiries come easily. It's a turf war, plain and simple. Time he marked his territory.
You wanted to talk?
Not exactly. Plywood. Show yourself, coward!
Here I am, demon. You won't have to push the old guys around anymore.
Idiot, I don't care about your people or mine. It's you I want. Tell me what you know about Tony Twist and why he's after you so bad. That man doesn't get personally involved in someone unless they know things they shouldn't.
What the hell does that have to do with the alleys? You wanna fight? Then fight! Just leave my people alone!
Protecting their master, chains snap and ensnare the beast. Now Spawn uses his military skills to gain advantage. There should be no need to deplete his powers.
Do you hear me? Stay away. Next time, your head comes with me.
How dare you!
Spawn assumed the beast wouldn't back down. He'd planted himself in front of a weakened part of the flooring, concealing the cracks with his cape. A deft move, and the creature is swallowed by the collapsing planks. The scene goes quiet but for scurrying rats and the flapping of crimson cloth. It seems this dispute has been settled.
No!
A biomechanical appendage extended twofold retracts in a blink.
You listen good. I'm going to nail that big twist, and you're going to help.
Is that what this is about? Some personal vendetta? I don't care. You want Twist? Fine. But what's with this turf war crap?
A diversion. Twist and his cartel are intrigued by you, Spawn. That kind of interest can get you killed. You called me a demon. I could only wish. Wasn't long ago, Twist forced me to be his guinea pig. He wanted the perfect hitman. I was stupid enough to be employed by him at the time. Threats to my family were not made casually. To protect them, I agreed to their high-tech butchery. They wanted to fuse flesh and metal, but someone screwed up. The combination of chemicals, microsurgery, who knows what sort of radiation, and anti-rejection drugs transformed me. A few days later, I escaped my imprisonment.
I can understand why.
No, you can't. He killed them, slaughtered my whole family. just to protect his ass.
Our cloaked hero hears the rest of the grisly details, pain and anguish. It's something he's quite familiar with.
I can help you. Just give me an hour.
Why should I?
Because like me, you don't have a choice.
Shortly.
I believe you'll find this useful.
How'd you sneak up without making a sound?
It doesn't matter, but this might. It contains everything I have on Twist. I haven't read it all, but there's plenty in here to bust his balls.
Where'd it come from?
His accountant. Twist had him eliminated. You'd be doing both of us a favor if you swatted him hard.
Thanks, Spawn. I'll give you a lowdown when I'm through with him.
I'll be around.
Spawn pauses to think. For all his power, this creature seemed as tortured as Spawn himself, and he seems as willing to go to any lengths to achieve his goals. Is this crazed being friend or foe, or something in between?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to become part of the House Simmons Army. Also, follow the Twitter for more updates and ring the bell to be notified. Also, give the Twitch a follow. Oh, and welcome back. Malabolgia, just you wait.
Evil. It's not a goal people consciously set for themselves, yet millions, billions, have been embraced by its seductive coils. It can hide behind a variety of guises: power, desire, competition, justification, self-interest. Though most profess their innocence, each of us has faced it in our lives. Each of us has touched it, however briefly. The Bible calls it sin and has identified its root: the love of money. If the thought of an honest wage to cover honest expenses seems like a sign of stunted growth, if it doesn't matter where the profit comes from or where it goes, watch out. Trade and barter are real. Cash can be used for anything or activity. It's an abstract. Money comes from nowhere and promises everything. If your motives aren't clean, money itself becomes evil. But when we don't have enough money, enough evil, the world tells us we're losers. So what determines our place in society is not how much kindness is in our hearts, but how much evil is in our wallets. Typically, we distill effort into value in 2-week batches. We look forward to it. We need it. We call it payday. A lack of this evil can cost us dearly.
What? They can't do that. No way. You stop them. You get my little girl back.
I'm sorry, Mr. Barnett, but the judge's decision has already been handed down. I did everything I could. Unfortunately, the law allows us no further appeals.
Don't hand me that bull. You're a lawyer. You're supposed to help me. What am I paying you for?
Actually, you're not, Mr. Barnett. I'm a public defender. My bill isn't your responsibility. As for your daughter, I know there's nothing I can say that will make this any easier. But the judge feels she'll be better off with foster parents as providers. I'm not saying it's fair.
Fair? Fair? You ask Katie about fair. She wants to stay with me. She won't go.
She doesn't have a choice. None of us do. I'll see you tomorrow at 10.
Sweet Jesus, what kind of country sends a child from her dad?
New York State Courthouse, Staten Island, the next day.
Would you care to say anything before I give my ruling, Mr. Burnett?
Please, Your Honor. Katie's all I got. You can't take her away from me. She's only 14. But she knows so much. This whole thing is tearing her to pieces. She deserves better than all this.
I would agree, Mr. Burnett. That is why, after a long and difficult deliberation, I've decided to remove her from your care and put her in a new set of circumstances. This, I believe, is for her own good. I have considered the fact that Kate values you as her father and her stated wish to remain a part of your household. This decision has been one of the toughest of my career. Since the death of your wife 15 months ago, the state has been reviewing your files. At the time of Kate's adoption in 1982, you and your wife were able to provide a stable, safe environment. Unfortunately, the untimely loss of your wife has removed the mother figure from the child's life. Add to that your steady lack of employment for over 11 months and your current living conditions. I feel I have no choice but to place her with foster parents who might better provide for her future. If in the coming years you can show this cold a living situation conducted to a young teenager's needs, an auxiliary appeal may be filed. Do you understand?
He understands, all right. 12 years of love, caring, and tenderness mean nothing if you can't afford to pay for a college education. Fred Barnett doesn't have enough money, enough evil. Somewhere in time. The dancing flame in Hell's 8th level are laced with the scent of bile and other organic matter. Overseeing the unimaginable area, its self-imposed ruler dominates all. He is the Malbolgia, a devil. One of many who occupy the myriad layers which comprise this place. His ultimate goal, the building of armies consisting of lost souls from the various dimensions. They will eventually carry out his standard against heaven at Armageddon. At the fore will be his officers, these most excellent of the damned, singled out for their achievements in combat, will drill their nightmarish tactics into the troops at their disposal. These are his elite. These are his hellspawn. Each has a specific destiny to fulfill, though none realized it at the time of their recruitment. It is one such spawn who is now under the Malbolgia's watchful eye. The officer in training who's native to the earth, the one formerly called Lieutenant Colonel Al Simmons.
Come, my pets. Let me amuse you with another tale. Though they all resist, the Hellspawn has always become great leaders for my army. Those that survive the training. There have been a few disappointments. It is their internal struggles back on their home planets which intrigue me. The hunt, if you will.
As his cryptic dissertation unfolds, the inhabitants, both resident and damned, shift closer. The Malbolgia leans back and smiles.
Let me update you on our newest selection. Our newest spawn.
God. Everything's so messed up. I'm not thinking straight anymore. Not using my training like I should. This whole thing is about me and Wanda. I've been so damn distracted by all this unbelievable crap. The mafia, hitmen, cops, even the boys in the alley. But at least I've stopped hiding like some cowering dog. Now they know I exist and what I'm capable of. Balls in their court. Let's see if they come up with some better answers about what I've become. All I know is that since I've got these powers, I become some friggin' magnet for everybody's anger. Plus, I seem to be using the conflicts as a way of avoiding having to face Wanda again. Like I'm stalling.
You're not. You're acquiring knowledge. Though you aren't aware of that.
Who?
Surely, it hasn't been so long that you've forgotten your friend the Count. Your life has become somewhat complicated. Wouldn't you agree?
How do you know so much about me? What the hell are you anyway?
I'm not your concern. You torture yourself for answers that, mostly, you've been given. You're just not trying hard enough. Much as I attempted to write you off, you do show some spark. So let's go over what you do know. And stop me if any of this is new to you. You're Al Simmons. You died. Made a pact with the devil. Not the devil. And returned to Earth. You have power beyond belief. A costume melded with your skin. And a body made of 400 pounds of psychoplasm. You fought demons, devils, angels, cyborgs, the proverbial 9 yards. But none of that bothers you because you just want your normal life back. Wouldn't we all?
But why me?
Why? Because the devil chooses only those who have great capacity for evil. It comes from within something you're born with. Though you deny your evil side, the devil thinks your inner darkness can be harnessed for his cause.
Which is?
Armageddon. The final clash between heaven and hell. Your side must be thoroughly prepared for the war. For countless years, the Malebolgia has been gathering souls for his army. One day, the command will be given and the forces of darkness will begin their assault on the gates of heaven. Those, Al, will be the true days of judgment.
The monologue continues.
Though my hellspawn are permanently ensnared, they continue to test the boundaries of their cage. They will scurry around, at first hoping, dreaming that there is a way out. But there is none. They have two choices only. Acquire the troops and aspire the loyalty afforded a first-rate officer. Or perish, and then answer eternally for frustrating me in the pursuit of my goals. Let's see how our dear Al Simmons deals with this situation.
Leaning backwards, the Malebolgia pushes his feet further into the searing flames. Nearer climbed the lesser spawn, anxious to learn why it was Simmons picked from among the multitude of deserving damned.
I see that you too are looking for answers. How ironic that as Simmons tortures himself, casting about for answers. You, his future troops, are curious about those same questions. Why him? Why Al Simmons?
A smile crosses his cracked lips. The storyteller relishes the adoration of the rapt, if captive audience.
Let me tell you what makes a true hellspawn.
So I'm just a puppet. That's encouraging. Things were so simple when I was alive. I followed orders, killed what the government told me, and collected a steady paycheck. But now this? I don't have a home or a wife to go back to, and all I seem to do is fight someone else's battles.
No one said being dead was going to be easy, Al.
Ain't that the truth? Tell me something, Count. Why put me in the future 5 years? What's the point?
A test. One of many you must pass to fulfill your destiny. The devils, by nature, are tricksters. They thrive on bending the rules of every game they play. You wanted back to Earth. He gave you that. Unfortunately, having never been dead before, you weren't aware of your rights. Since you didn't specify any conditions with your request, the Malebolgia granted you the time to see your wife. That's all. He gave you one thing. Everything else was his to determine. A pretty sour trade, I'd say. But don't feel bad. There have been plenty of others. You're not the only one that suffers.
Hey, Al! Al! Got a minute? I need you to meet a friend. I told him you could help. You know, do some of your magic.
What are you talking about?
I know we never met formally, but I live around here too. Seen all the crazy stuff that's been happening. Well, anyways, this here's Fred Barnett, an old pal from way back. He's got a bit of a problem. Doesn't know what to do. So I told him you could possibly help. Give him the scoop, Freddy.
Evening, sir. Yesterday, the courts took my daughter away from me. After 12 years, they just took my baby from me. They say I'm not fit to be a parent any longer, and it's all because of money. The judge says I've got to provide better. Give her more things, then I can have my little Katie back. Please, sir, I don't have anywhere else to go. No one wants to help. They say their hands are all tied. Eric here said you've been helping folks out since you arrived. He says you protect the poor. Well, I'm telling you, I lost my little girl because I'm poor. Are you guys nuts? I'm not some walking bank machine. If I could make money, I sure wouldn't be living in the alleys. Grab a clue, guys. I'm here to stop anyone from hassling those on my turf, especially anyone who's after me. I protect the folks within my area, not those from outside. Now go. And don't you ever do this again, Eric.
Bite me! Sorry, Fred. I thought he was someone who gave a damn.
What will I do now?
You shouldn't be so harsh. They see you as a savior. Everyone else thinks you're evil.
They're getting too cocky. Some of the guys think I'll take care of everything. Good old Al. He'll fix it. Obviously, I'm giving them a false sense of security.
No. You've given them hope. It's something most of them had lost.
Power. It both motivates and ensnares the truly chosen. The spawn is being hunted by every agency imaginable, and the only thing that can save him is his infernally inspired power. I transform the recruits into creatures of magic. Eventually they learn that their inner pool of energy will one day be drained. It is then that the training begins in earnest. Their rebirth places them at a four-way crossroad. They can do nothing, lock themselves away from their surroundings, which turns their hearts cold. In time, their energies are spent anyway. They convince themselves they're heroic while unwittingly acting on the impulses which damned them in the first place. They will single out and punish the evil ones around them. Evil souls which then are mine. They may choose the path of darkness, aggressively dispatching those most venal and vicious who earn their place here. Or they may despair and perish through carelessness or design. In any case, the spawn will return to me either as valued officers, or as a source of nourishment for my hungry armies.
The sub-overlord casts a spastic arm forward. It's a gesture of triumph.
What are you telling me?
Just beware. There are infinite numbers of forces in our reality, and each has an agenda it wishes to fulfill.
Meaning I'd better get used to all this crap, because it's here to stay.
Not exactly. Watch very carefully. Look, listen and learn. Things may not always be as they seem. You're a marked man, Al. Anything may happen at any time. In fact, your next encounter is just a few seconds away.
What are you jabbering about?
Suddenly, he's gone, vanished in a glowing prismatic plume. From the color of its sparkles, Count Nicholas Cagliostro knows it's been sent from above. The layers of heaven are just as multitudinous as those of hell, after all.
Learn, my friend.
Mr. Simmons? Might we talk?
What? Jesus, lady!
Call me Gabrielle. Mr. Simmons, if I might have a moment of your time, I really would like to talk to you.
I don't have time to talk.
Oh, yes, you do. Though it may not appear that way.
Huh?
Nothing can harm us in here, and we're now outside of time as it's usually perceived. Wine? I have a fine chilled chablis I can personally recommend.
This, my life. Everything's so screwed up.
Nonsense. But sit down, sit down. You're making me nervous.
What is this place?
It's a dimensional umbrella. You're still in New York, but we're also sitting in the grounds of a small inn in the Loire Valley. Something to eat? The crepe Suzettes here are quite out of this world.
This is good. First wine I've had since I died. I'm not hungry. Why have you kidnapped me?
I've ordered some strawberries for myself. Even angels watch their waistlines. I wouldn't go so far as to call it a kidnapping, Mr. Simmons. More of an intermission. Do you remember her?
Her? Sure. She came at me out of nowhere, months ago, and tried to kill me.
That's our girl. All the subtlety of a Sherman tank. Her name's Angela. She hunts things. Particularly things like you.
Why?
Why not? She's an angel. You're a creature of hell. She probably wanted to hang your head on her trophy room wall.
And you're an angel too.
You and I are on opposite sides, Mr. Simmons. This meeting is simply to allow us to exchange some information. You see the lance that Angela's holding in that picture?
Sure. She attacked me with it. Later I touched one of the buttons on the side. Flew me to the darnest sort of dream I've ever had.
It did nothing of the sort. Merci beaucoup, Pierre. Strawberry, Mr. Simmons? No? It merely redefined you briefly in terms of levels of reality. Quite how you got back is a puzzle to all of us. You must have some very powerful friends. So Angela definitely left the lance behind her when she fled?
Yes.
Do you have any idea where it is now?
No. It wasn't in the alley when I got back.
Pity. Well, thank you for all your help, Mr. Simmons. You've been very helpful. I can't see that bitch Angela wriggling her way out of this one. Don't worry about the check. It's all taken care of. You've been very helpful. And Mr. Simmons? War is coming. Sooner or later, you're going to have to choose sides. Hell on Earth and Heaven on Earth are going to be equally as inhospitable to the people who currently inhabit Earth on Earth. If you follow me. And you don't want to get caught in the middle. Do you?
Jesus, what the hell?
Heaven, actually. Though not the one you or I were taught about. They keep small pieces of it in different time continuums.
How do you know all this? Are you some kind of god?
Heh. Not very likely. I'm just a man, much like yourself. Been through a few wars, too. Thought I was a big shot. Could beat anyone. I was wrong. They won. Not completely, but enough to neutralize my efforts. Now, I'm not alone in looking to he who may be the one to stand up to these many factions and win. And believe me, Al, this is definitely about winning.
What about these angels that seem to keep popping up?
They have a need for you, too. But I can't put my finger on what it might be.
Well, when you do call me, I need a break from all this. See you around.
Yes. Even heaven is out to get our Simmons spawn. Now he is completely disoriented, groping for answers. Good, bad, up, down. He doesn't know which way to turn.
Like a bad comedian, the Malbolgia laughs at his own rhetoric. Tensing unexpectedly, he squishes the unlucky listener perched in his callous hand.
Soon, very soon, he will find his answer. When he does, it will consume him as it has the others before him. Power. It's your calling. It's in your blood. How I do enjoy this game.
The game will have an end, but its length will depend upon the creativity of its players. 2 nights later.
That ripple a bit powerful for you, Al?
Ah, take it easy, Count. I'm finally out of my mood swing, and now you want to raid on my parade. For the moment, I feel alive. Almost. Hey, fellas. Did I tell you that your great and powerful leader got suckered by some fat little slice and dice clown a few weeks back? Yep. I gave the run a portion of my energy so he could rip his brothers apart. Unfortunately, it left me eating dust for a day. Then the little guy came back to give me what he'd taken. Can you imagine? Excuse me. A demon keeping his word by returning, but not before he laid a good shellacking to my head. Am I awesome or what? Hey, come on, guys. No one's laughing. What's the problem?
You could have helped him. Done something.
I'm not going to help no blue-faced piece of...
Not him. I'm talking about my friend Fred.
Who the hell is Fred?
You don't remember? Here, maybe this will refresh your memory.
My God.
How do you feel now, hero? Forget it. Never mind. He was from the outside. He didn't count.
Stunned by the news, Spawn shrinks away from the glare of accusing eyes.
That's it. Run away, you loser.
Somewhere in time, tens of millions of twisted souls howl with laughter. Loudest among them is their storyteller. It will be some considerable time before the maniacal sounds die down. Lost in the most obscure shadows of a decaying city walks a dead man. Tonight, for the first time since his return, he feels dead.
Welcome back. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to become part of the C-Dub Army. Also, give the Twitch and Twitter a follow and ring the bell to be notified. Oh, and happy Thanksgiving. Malbolgia, just you wait.
Massachusetts.
Once again, I've been passed over. I understand. You have given power to one whose faith must be far greater than mine. Now I must prove myself. So I accept your test of faith. This Spawn and I shall meet. Then you will see. I'll prove worthy of your empire. I can't begin to know your great plans, Lord, but I must profess that it does confuse me. I'm forced to use technology from the secular world. I have spent the majority of my fortune preparing for your kingdom. Why do you forsake me?
The jet is fueled and ready to leave for New York, Mr. Khan.
Why have I been cursed?
Here you are, the red light district. You be careful, they do like outsiders around here.
Thank you for your concern, though I do plan on having a rather pleasant evening.
Excuse me. Excuse me, mister. Got some spare change? You see, my health's not too good, and I need to get some new medicine, I swear. My illness gives me gas, too.
Hey, stud. You have the money, I've got the time. Make us both feel good, I promise.
Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do.
What are you saying?
Chapo killed Bobby to get at me. He was just an innocent victim. I'm going to have to start living with the fact that a lot of blood has been spilled in my name. I'm getting sick of that. Another man died because I didn't do anything. It's time I started helping you guys, instead of hurting.
Come on, Al. This ain't your fault. You didn't ask for these wars, neither did Bobby. He liked you, Al. A lot.
I know he did. Chapo couldn't have cared less. Then the freaking idiot went and blew his own head off. The psycho. Didn't allow me the chance to kill him myself.
You're talking crazy, Al. You don't want to be like them. They're just pushing your buttons, you see? They messed up. All of them. You're right, you know. They don't give a crap about us. But I know you do. He's right, Al. So don't go doing something you're going to regret. Bobby wouldn't want that.
Thanks, fellas. Unfortunately, this war isn't going away. I'm going to have to accept that. My existence has set things in motion that I can't control. But I've been given power. It's time I tried using it for something positive.
Your magic? I thought it hurts to use it.
So does seeing my friend being murdered.
You think you can heal him or something?
You'd be a miracle worker.
That's just the problem. I'm no god. Just some twisted human. My power keeps giving you a false message. I want to see if Bobby can do something for me.
Like what?
Live!
Yo! What a trip. Hey, Bootsy, did you miss me? Be honest.
Hi, Al, you okay?
No.
Having now resurrected the dead, Al Simmons falls to his knees. The consequence of using his energy in that manner causes his body to shudder. Though in pain, he allows himself a weak smile beneath his mask. He's lost valuable energy, but gained back some respect. The Queens, New York home of Wanda Blake.
When will you be home?
Not till supper time.
Were you able to find out anything more from the agency?
You know as well as I do that people here protect one another with their lives. Fortunately, I was able to get some pretty interesting files out of Sundun's office.
Good. I hope we can get some kind of leads as to why the CIA wanted to make you disappear so badly.
Believe me, I'm trying. Most of these files don't make any sense. Though it looks like Jason Wynn is involved somehow. I just can't tell how deep. Anyways, I'm bringing these files home, all 57 of them. Maybe we can make some headway? At the Cyan's asleep. How's she doing anyways?
Oh, a bit fussy. I'm going to put her down for a nap.
Okay, sweetheart. I'm going to do a bit more work with these files. See if I can't catch the boys with their backs turned.
There he is, sire.
Thank you, my flock. You have served me well. You will not be forgotten when I receive the power. I will not shun you as I have been. So promises the curse.
Believe us, it's our pleasure. Guy was a scab. Thought he owned the alleys.
In his weakened state, Spawn and his costume were ill-prepared to protect themselves from the sudden ambush.
So it ends. I'd have thought the Spawn would be better prepared. A true believer wouldn't fall so quickly, not if he had faith. Mere human technology shouldn't prevail so easily. Maybe I've made a mistake in thinking my lord gave him his powers. The master chooses only the strong-willed followers. Obviously, the caped creature is not from the heavens, nor someone with divine powers. He's merely an agent of Satan, making a mockery of our beliefs. Let him rot in hell.
Man, would you look the size of that hole?
Why'd they do that? What's going on? I don't know, but do you think he's dead?
What? His cape's moving.
That's gotta be good. Come on, let's move him out of the way.
Craps!
Spawn weighs nearly 500 pounds. Having a body made of psychoplasm with a density greater than cement will do that.
He won't budge.
Now what? Maybe we can leave him till we get more help.
Suddenly, the night air is shattered with the wailing sounds of...
Now what?
Drink, Mama, please.
In a minute, Cyan. Are you sure taking those files won't get you into trouble?
Not really, but something's got people acting weird. It's like everyone's trying to forget that I was on the agency's hit list, acting like nothing happened. Either they're scared or someone's got something on one of the big boys. Maybe both.
Good. After what they did to you, I don't have any sympathy for them. For heaven's sakes, Terry, you were almost killed. And we still don't know why.
Well, hopefully this stack of files will give us a few answers. It seems something big had to trigger all those events. I mean, you just don't tick off the CIA, police mob, and FBI. And that costume guy, Spawn. Somehow he knew me. But why'd he save my butt? I'd be dead meat if he hadn't showed. Maybe he's the one that's got them in a tizzy. What's really spooky is the guy knew my name.
Jimmy, you know what to do. Go, hurry. Evening, officer. What's up?
There's been a report of loud gun blasts around here. Know anything about it?
Nope.
Then what's wrong with your buddy there?
Oh, you mean Al. The guy's a sloppy drunk. Can't hold his liquor worth a darn.
Well, I need to get my car through this alley. So get your pal out of my way, now!
Sure. Right this way.
What? That came from the other direction?
Better hurry.
The officer slams his car into reverse, rushing to the aid of a simulated victim.
That Jimmy screams like a bloody woman. Okay, we bought ourselves some time, but he's still too heavy to move. Just keep him covered with that new hat and trench coat. I'm gonna get a few more guys to help.
Hear me, brothers. The place you live in holds much evil. I have already vanquished one of Satan's minions thanks to your efforts. But there are still too many unbelievers in these streets. Those who would protect the sinners around us. They all lack something you and I hold dear. Faith and the fear of God. These virtues make up the moral fiber of this great country. Blind, unquestioning faith. Hear my tale, friends. Peace. It's all I desired when I was a boy. While the other kids played, I prayed. As years rolled by, though, it seemed as if I was being ignored. Every day was plagued with injustice. The peace I dreamed of seemed so distant. Then I realized why. I had not made a personal sacrifice. What could I give? As an offering toward the end of suffering, then I took out my left eye with a sharp stick. Then I marked my face with a cut deep enough to scar me forever. Even with that, my prayers went unanswered, so I knew I'd have to give more of myself. Without hesitation, I sacrificed my right arm. The doctor said I wanted attention, that my actions defied logic. Self-mutilation, they said, was not the act of a rational person. But they missed the point. It was truth I wanted. It would be found through faith, not logic. But they couldn't understand, so I began to live the way they wanted me to. Went to college, started business, acquired fortunes. Money enabled me to build a new and stronger arm. My faith became even more resilient. So now I await his blessings, his power, his truth.
Yes, truth.
I'll tell you something that's important to remember. Make sure your enemy is completely dead before you walk away. Otherwise, you'll think you're being chased by a ghost. Then paranoia starts to eat you alive.
My arm. You've destroyed it. How dare you?
Shut up! I'm tired of you sick pigs. Your twisted logic gives you some sort of permission from up high to go around shooting people? Well, screw you and whoever sent you.
Blasphemer! Blasphemer! I'll not submit to the devil's child. My lord will take care of me, so do your worst. I will accept my burden.
Good, 'cause I'm in a bad mood. I won't even use these guns to kick your butt. Using my fists will make me feel much better. Whoever's backing you has got to be one sick puppy.
What did you say?
You heard me.
You shall never speak of him like that. Not ever again. In my time, I've suffered enough insolence for any 10 men. The time has come to silence the non-believers. You, red-cloaked demon, shall bow at the feet of my master.
You're insane.
You're mistaken, you damn fool. I know exactly what I'm doing, and the rewards for my actions will be great. This time, my lord cannot ignore me. This time, he'll acknowledge my existence. Victory! The devil will never succeed in his battle with good. Hear me, my followers. Tonight, we will...
Eat me, old man!
Back off, Spawn. You're not gonna lay another hand on him. Not unless you intend to go through us.
According to this, Internal Affairs was fed false information on the disappearance and possible theft of some military hardware. Now that info had to come above. But whoever the thieves were, they wore a pretty convoluted scheme to keep themselves from being detected.
From what I was able to make out, the Mafia's tied to all of this too. It can't be a coincidence. But I can't figure the connection illegal arms trade.
You're right about one thing. This business has become so blurred it's going to take some pretty long hours to find the starting point of all this. I probably haven't said it yet, but I'm really proud of you for deciding to help me, Wanda.
Thanks.
I always try to avoid putting you through anything like this, especially after what happened to Al.
I know you did, but this is something I want to do.
I'm going to put Cyan down. Be back in a minute.
Okay, sweetheart. Terry's going through so much. If I can figure out even one piece that might help him feel like things are going forward, the CIA and FBI are way out of my league. But this Spawn, he knows Terry. How? I'll focus on finding that answer.
In the squalor of New York's alleys, a dead man turned demon, driven to rage, explodes through a gauntlet of his friends to reach his target. He's beyond caring about who's in his way. The thirst of revenge has consumed him. No one will stop him tonight, not even the threat of divine retribution. The end?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to become part of the Al Simmons Army. Also, follow the Twitter for more updates and ring the bell to be notified. Also, give the Twitch a follow. Oh, and welcome back. Malabolgia, just you wait. My God, every one of them. They're all friggin' psychos. And they've all taken aim straight at me. Well, now they'll get the message. Even better, they'll see it. And if they're smart, they'll walk away. No one's going to walk on my turf again without seeing a warning sign. Should have done this sooner.
Since his return from the grave, this man, now called Spawn, has been hunted, and hounded, and beaten, and shot at. He's become like a raging bull penned up for too long. Anger has been smoldering deep inside, and he's ready to explode. This man once trained to be so rational in his every move. Lord have mercy on the next fool to cross his path.
You shall die for this.
Shut up.
Watch your tone now, Spawn. My time will come. Though you may have broken me physically, my spirit has been fortified. I have seen the error of my ways. Relied far too heavily on the Lord. He's forsaken me. I understand that now. Even after all I've given of myself, I shall never enter his kingdom. So I cast away my allegiance. It's time to fight my battle alone. And my war starts with you, demon. Though you have taken a human shape, I know what you are. Where you come from. Like me, you have also been cursed. It saddens me that I must kill you. Do you hear me?
As clouds gather for an imminent rainfall, Wanda drives across the Triborough Bridge into New York City. She muses how this is the first time she's taken the car into the Big Apple.
I must be crazy. Didn't like having to lie to Terry about where I was going, but he'd have never let me go alone. The dumb thing is, he'd have been right. The chances of me being able to find Spawn are pretty remote, especially since he's been able to dodge the media so well, and the authorities. It's like he's a ghost, coming out of nowhere, then disappearing into the dark. But he's got the answers to some very serious questions, like who tried to kill my husband?
An ironic question, considering that her first husband, Al Simmons, was killed, and is now the very one whom she is in search of.
It's not fair, what they did. He's had to endure so much since his own friends at the agency turned on him. I know that's really eating at him. His injuries are still bothering him, but he's putting on a strong show for me and Cyan. Plus, he's trying to deal with his so-called co-workers again, as if they hadn't been spying on him in conjunction with other agencies. If the mob wanted him dead, that makes some sense, because they're the bad guys. But by his own people? They're supposed to be on his side. Damn them all. I know it's taking a toll on Terry, no matter how much he tries to hide it. I've caught him a couple of times just staring off into the darkness. He looked so broken. He'd be dead if it wasn't for that spawn. I need to know why he came to Terry's rescue, while everyone else had turned their backs. Terry works in an office, for heaven's sakes. Where could he have met anyone like that?
Consumed in thought, Wanda barely pays attention to her decrepit surroundings.
Hey, Gilmore.
Yeah, I see.
I'm king here. This is my home. How dare you come here and try to turn my people against me? Believe me, Curse. You're in no position to threaten anyone. I make the rules here. You get that through your thick skull. So you rant about revenge all you want. I've got a few things to take care of. I'll be back, but don't get too comfortable, because I'm not close to being finished with you.
Raised in a close neighborhood, Wanda had rarely strayed from the watchful eyes of family and friends. Even in college, she was cautious about her after-hour activities. It wasn't that she was timid or a prude, just very focused on the personal paths she wanted to walk. Putting herself in such potential danger now shows the depth of her commitment to helping her husband. As the night air's temperature begins to drop, her heartbeat increases. Flinching at every sound and movement, she keeps telling herself that it's all just her imagination running away with her. Not quite.
Oh, this just kills me. Bribes, political favors, call girls. This file's filled with enough info to fry Chief Banks to a crisp. Life is good.
Though I do admire your virtuoso flair for gloating, I have one small question, sir.
Shoot.
I thought you said that Spawn wanted this delivered to the chief so he'd pull the troops off their searches of the alleys. You know, a simple blackmail thing.
You're absolutely right.
Well, isn't Spawn going to be a bit perturbed with you for not doing as he asked?
Oh, lighten up, Twitch. The chief's been a pain in my rear for years. Now I finally got something that'll make him back off. Ain't no way I'm going. Cripes! I don't believe it. This can't be true. No one's that sick.
We'll have to wait to find out what it is.
Bribes. Political favors. Two-bit whores. These things are full of dirty laundry. But there still isn't anything that even remotely ties me to any of this. There has to be some kind of connection. Somewhere. That would inspire the agency to try to murder me. Just gotta keep looking. Hello?
Hi, Terry. This is Sheila Egger. Is Wanda there?
She said she was going over to your place. Said there was some new charity you had to discuss.
Nope. Haven't talked to her all day. Hope she's all right.
Terry goes stone cold silent. The possibilities of what might be happening are too horrific to think about. As the minutes turn into hours, Wanda finds the path leading to Spawn blocked at every turn. Though she's questioned over 36 of the homeless, nothing has come of it. Either this caped vigilante doesn't exist, or these vagrants have agreed to keep his whereabouts a secret. She continues her search.
Never heard of the feller, but if it makes any difference, I put on a pair of shorts too if it mean you'd come looking for me, and I'd let you catch me, if you know what I mean.
Red cape, That's a good one. People around here think I'm crazy. But a dude with skulls and crap, that's funny.
You got no business being in these alleys.
Finally, she resorts to simpler tactics, and she quickly finds a believer in free agency.
Lady, you just bought yourself a tour guide.
Are you sure this is right?
Trust me, babe. Up there, just round that corner and down a bit. You should find something. But I ain't going near his spot. Red Freak's a lunatic. So you're on your own, lady.
Hello? Is anyone here?
Cautiously, she turns the last corner.
God, no!
Please, save me.
No! No! Stay away!
She flees. She doesn't get too far.
You're a pretty one, too. That's just going to be a bonus.
What are you doing? Please, don't!
Gimme, she's mine. No way. I saw her first.
Boys. There'll be plenty of time for all of us. Freaking cashier scared of something. Who's in there? I said who's in there?
Scared and confused, the third assailant darts into a side alley. The sickening sounds of bones breaking and cartilage tearing assault Wanda's ears. There isn't a scream to accompany any of it.
Who's next?
Hauntingly, he emerges from the shadows, a specter of death prepared, even waiting for the next move. Several years as a CIA-trained assassin taught him to fear nothing. Especially now, in his new life, he is the one to instill the fear, inflict the pain.
Back away from that woman, now!
Anxiety, dread, panic. All the emotions Spawn sought to inspire now surge through this final standing gang member. Having pulled the jagged shard from his leg, the thug reacts instinctively.
Back off, man, or she buys it.
How dare you? Threaten me. Don't be an idiot.
Screw you.
The thumb will be the only usable digit on his right hand after tonight.
Bang. You're dead.
For the first time since he was 4 years old, Dougie Mad Dog Gilmore wets his pants and doesn't care.
Get out of my sight.
Dear Lord.
You okay, lady? Next time you might want to pay attention to where you're walking.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean for any of this to happen.
Wanda!
How do you know Terry and I? Who are you?
Someone who cares.
I need to know something. Why did you save my husband? He's so confused right now. None of this makes any sense to him, or to me. I saw what you did to those men just now. You could have killed them. I didn't want that. I came here for another reason. To thank you. When all of this was going on, I didn't want to believe any of it. Terry being investigated by internal affairs. Dead men connected to the mafia on my front lawn. Terry blamed for the murders. Everyone turned on him. He nearly died from the beating Overt Kill gave him. He's alive, though, thanks to you. You helped save his life. I couldn't bear to lose him. I love him so much. We have a little girl, but you probably know that. She needs her dad so very much. We both do. But you scare me. I know I should be grateful to you for saving me tonight, but what you did, it looked like you enjoyed yourself. That's scaring me.
Please, Wanda, don't turn away. I'm here to help.
He raises his hand to wipe some mud from her cheek. She recoils, fearing that he is about to strike her.
You are that afraid of me?
I'm sorry.
No, this is my fault.
Here, before I go, I want you to have something. You did more than save a life. You allowed us to remain a family. That means everything to me. I know it was wrong for me to come here tonight. Forgive me. I won't come back ever again.
Wait, Wanda. Please.
Later, he's been staring at the photo for 3 hours. It'll be another 2 before he puts it down.
If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to become part of the C-Dub Army. Also, give the Twitch and Twitter a follow. And welcome back. Malibuja, just you wait.
Hey, mister. Bet you're gonna get in big trouble for getting all dirty like that. What you doing on the sidewalk, mister? Huh? You playing a game? Can I play too? Don't you got a home to go to? You wanna play ball?
Weakened from his battle in heaven, Spawn struggles to remain conscious.
Sorry, kid. Not right now.
He loses the fight.
Mister! Come on! You need some help!
Little Andy Frank has no idea that he is trying to lift over 400 pounds of psychoplasm. He's only intent on helping. He surprises himself by being able to lift a grown man. He is unaware that the chains attached at Spawn's waist have come to life.
You're kinda light, actually.
Created in the depths of Hell's 8th level, the chains instinctively help their host, bearing Spawn's total weight.
Mommy?
No, I'm not your mother. But I think we should get off the street. You look funny.
Pushing the wagon forward, the chains shatter the cement in a series of forceful shoves. Though ignorant of the fact, Andy would be very thankful to know his wagon was stress tested at the factory to withstand 450 pounds. Luckily.
Where are we going?
Home. What do you think? Though, I can't let Pa see you. He wouldn't understand. He never does.
His shirt comes untucked. It exposes more than just flesh. Welts and bruises cover his back like an ugly road map. Before he can ask, Spawn again loses focus. The question will have to wait. Queens, New York, the home of Wanda Blake and Terry Fitzgerald.
I'm so sorry, sweetheart. I guess I thought I could help somehow.
And you are helping, Wanda. But none of this is so important that it's worth risking your life. If the bad guys want to come after us, fine. We can't stop that. But we don't have to go into their den. There has to be something in those files I brought home. Something we can investigate from a safer distance.
I know. It was reckless of me to go out there. It's just that I know how much all of this is bothering you, whether you'll admit it or not. And the only person who seems to be on your side was Spawn. Though, I have no idea why. But you should have seen him, Terry. He brutalized those 3 men in a matter of seconds. Didn't let up till they were just more garbage in his alley. I was so scared. Anyway, for some reason, I can't stop thinking about him. Is that crazy or what?
Not really. But he knows something we shouldn't, well, just, Did you hear that?
Yes. Oh no!
Mama! Mama! Mama!
Hey, you. Your mama said you were learning how to climb out of your crib. I guess you finally mastered it, huh?
Papa! 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 Dad!
What am I supposed to do now? I'm not made of money. You think we can just eat out every day? Well, let me tell you something, boy. I expect a hot meal when I get home from work, not some friggin' swill that's ice cold.
I'll get some better stuff, Pa.
You're damn right you will. But first I want you on your hands and knees. I'm going to make you eat this like the dog that you are.
Leave him be.
You got something to say?
Put him down. You're hurting him. Again.
How many times have I told you to mind your own business? I'll take care of you later.
Eddie!
I'm not finished with your little brother yet.
No, Pa. Please.
Nestled among the elm trees in a quiet Florence, Alabama neighborhood sits a nondescript white house. Inside, an all too frequent activity continues. Though it gets noisy at times, no one pays much attention. For what could be amiss or improper at a well-respected police officer's house? Later.
I'm sorry about all this, Andy. I wish I could do more. Every time I try and get him to take his anger out on me, he just hits you harder. God, I wish Mom was still alive to help you.
Don't worry about it. I'm a big boy now. I can take it. He didn't break anything.
You'll have to wear long sleeves to school tomorrow.
Hey, I forgot there's something you gotta see. Come on, we waited long enough. He should have passed out by now.
So predictable. So, what's up? What do you have to show me that's so important?
You'll see. I've got it hidden in the shack. This is really cool. Hello?
Close the door, please.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you're not feeling too good. I just wanted my brother to meet you, Mr. Spawn. Say hi, Eddie.
Hi.
See? I told you this was awesome. He's kinda like my own personal E.T. Do you like Reese's Pieces?
Pardon?
Never mind. How about your finger? Can it glow?
It did. I'm not sure if it still does.
I told ya, he's not feeling well. He fell on his head from heaven.
This is unbelievable. You'd better not let Pa see him. He'd really flip out.
Your bruises? Did your dad give those to you?
Nope. That's crazy. Right, Andy?
Yep, we just play lots of tackle football. Dad don't ever touch us.
Come on, boys. Don't be afraid. You're not.
Eddie, Andy. Get your butts in here right now.
Let's go before he comes in here.
Sorry, Mr. Spawn. We gotta go. I'll see you tomorrow.
There you are. What are you two, brain dead? It's past 10 o'clock. How many times have I told you I want you in bed early on Saturday? We have church tomorrow.
New York City. Police Headquarters 12th Precinct.
Wow, he's even shadier than I thought. Look at this, Twitch. It's no problem to track every phone call made from this building except... somehow Chief Banks' office line can't be accessed. Plus, I've been able to check some of his political ties, and so far everything jives with this confidential file Spawn gave me.
I've read it myself, sir. It's quite thorough. The possibility that Chief Banks was responsible for hiring Billy Kincaid to kill a senator's child, it's incomprehensible.
Here I thought Kincaid was just a Class 1 nutcase, working on his own. No wonder the chief wigged out when Kincaid's body was found in our office. He probably thought we knew something. Well, now we do.
You know, sir, some of the info contained in this file is eyes-only stuff. No one but high-ranking operatives of certain government agencies would have access to any of it.
Meaning our little red-caped hero just might be a disgruntled government boy. That's our first potential lead on him. I'm going to get some coffee. Need anything?
A nose job and $1 million.
I'll see what I can do.
Burke! Why are you always moving so slowly? Don't you feel an urgency to perform your duties?
Hello, Chief Banks.
Stuff it! I'm not here to exchange pleasantries. There have been indications that you and your partner have been involved in some unofficial work. Well, I'm here to tell you that if I catch even a hint of personal business on city time, I will have you suspended.
Yes, it was rather unfortunate that Internal Affairs wasn't able to anneal me for Kincaid's death. Would have really made your day, huh?
How dare you! You listen here! I'm in no mood for... Don't turn your back on me! And what's with that stupid grin on your face?
Oh, you'll find out, Chief. Bank on it.
Sunday. Peering from the dank shadows of a run-down shed, the hidden guest eavesdrops on the morning events.
Boys, where are you? It's time for church.
Right here, Pa.
Oh, did I keep you waiting? Sorry, you know how embarrassed I get when we're late. Thank you for being ready.
You're welcome.
By God's own divine hand shall he protect his only Son, Jesus, who in turn shall use his hand to protect all others that follow the path of the Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thanks again for wiping out that speeding ticket, Joe. It would really have killed my insurance.
My pleasure.
I see you boys have been playing more tackle football. You two ought to be a little easier on each other.
Ah, you know how boys are. The tougher the game, the harder they play. But they sure are growing up to be fine young gentlemen. I'm so proud of them both. Their mom would have been too.
That same day.
What? Andy, be a good lad and fetch me that last beer.
Why do you want to watch this boring golf?
Shut up. You be careful in there, boy. Make sure you don't villainy. What was that noise?
I'm sorry, Pa.
You idiot! Look what you've done! I told you that was my last beer! That's it. I'm through trying to beat some sense into you. Time you learned another lesson. Like dying!
Pa!
Stop it! Stop it!
Huh? Ready, boy? Now you two get to bed and think about what could really happen next time. I'm going to the pub.
He's getting worse, Eddie. I couldn't breathe. He wanted to kill me.
I know. He's completely messed up. But it's you I'm worried about. I can't let him keep doing this to you.
He's really starting to scare me. Why does he do it?
No clue, little buddy. But God help us.
What just happened here?
Nothing! He didn't do anything!
Who didn't? Your dad? That scumbag? Where'd he go?
Please, Mr. Spawn. It'll only make things worse.
No.
Wanda, what is it?
It's him.
Who?
Spawn. I keep seeing it over and over. Him tearing those men apart. Blood everywhere.
Come on, sweetie. It's just a dream. You'll be okay in a minute.
I'm sorry, Terry. He just seems like some kind of a monster. There's nothing human about him. Nothing at all.
It's okay. I'm not leaving. But things will get better. I promise.
See you around, Joe. What a great guy. Always there for his friends.
Now what?
Come here, Joe. I'd knock your block off if I thought it'd do any good. See, I've got this thing against hitting people for no good reason. Throwing punches is a really stupid hobby. If you get into the habit, you might find yourself hitting someone you love, like I did, and regretting it forever. It's not worth it. You've got a great couple of kids there, and they need a father. It's time you started acting like one. A lot of people have good feelings about you, Joe. It's time the two most important ones felt the same way. End of sermon. Now I want to leave a little reminder for you. A message for everyone who talks about what a great guy you are.
I'll kill you!
Joe, you're not listening. Besides, you can't kill what's already dead. Now hold still. This won't hurt. Unfortunately. If you're good, it'll fade in a month.
Satisfied that his message has been received, Spawn heads out of town. It's time he got back to his home, his alleys.
Oh, know what else I heard? That Beth Vasanen has a crush on you. And she wants to do some kissy face with you.
She does not.
Does so?
Does not. My wagon. And your favorite shirt, Eddie.
Hey, fellas. How was school today?
It begins again.
Andy!
Eddie! Eddie! Help me!
Get off him now! I mean it!
How many times have I told you that thing's not a toy?
I know.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and subscribe to become part of the Al Simmons Army. Also, follow the Twitter for more updates and ring the bell to be notified. Also, give the Twitch a follow. Oh, and welcome back. Malabolgia, just you wait. I can hear the devil laughing at me. I've been awake and walking for 8 days straight. Haven't seen another soul in all that time. I like it that way. My costume is throbbing. It's angry. It wants to teleport us back to New York. Back home. I don't want to use up that much energy. I think about those kids in Alabama and their dad. I might have overdone it playing with their lives that way. Playing God. Almost. But that guy needed to be told off, and I'm sure he got the message. And I can't stop thinking about women. Wanda. Angela. Wanda, I bargained my soul to get you back. But what thanks did I get for saving your life? You pulled away. You said I scare you. Was I supposed to be gentle with those creeps who attacked you? Then Angela catches me in the dark. One thing leads to another. She came on to me, Wanda. No one ever warned me about angels. But some angel dumped me somehow in the middle of Nowhere County, Alabama. See you around, soldier. So I walked. In a month, I've walked nearly 1,000 miles, and every town's the same. People are the same. Like the cars that go by. Different shapes, different colors, same noise. What's this now? Boys' night out? Carrying torches to light the way. Must be Friday. Probably gonna be a real barn burner.
Woohoo! Get it while it's hot.
Only saw them for a second, but weren't they wearing... Nah, people don't still do that.
Gonna have us a righteous time. Smoking!
It's not like I made the moves on Angela. She had her own ideas. So there it is. I cheated on my own widow. Funny, huh? Wanda, I've done so much thinking about you. I don't know where you really end, and my imagination takes over. Well, town's over the rise. Maybe I'll look in on the party. Might take my mind off things. Oh, Wanda. Maybe it's best if I just leave her be.
Stop it!
Whoa, too much light up ahead. A woman screaming? I'd better check this out.
Brad, forget it. It's not worth dying for. You hear me?
Quick, bring the hose up. I've got to make a fire break before it hits the house. Hurry!
It's no use. We can't fight this or them. Those people have come here to kill us. It's time we just left. Forget all this before it's too late.
Leave me be, woman.
No! Stop this madness. We've got nothing left to fight for. Let them have it.
Never. Ain't no one going to drive me off my land. This is mine, you hear? I'm not leaving like the others. It's time somebody stood up for themselves.
Think of us for once. Not them. They'll kill us.
Nearly lost in all the commotion is the sound of dry corn stalks shifting.
Pa!
Those white trash maggots, I swear they'll pay for this. If it's the last thing I do, they'll pay.
Not with me around, you won't. I can't live like this anymore. You've become possessed.
It looks like you folks could use some help.
Josh! Give me the gun.
Move and I'll kill you. I'm unarmed. Good for you. I got a message you can take back to your clan friends. You tell them to beware. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere. This is my land. I'll die protecting it. I'm not from the clan. Then why do you wear a mask? Who are you? What do you hide? My past. You see, I've dealt with the white man too. Those boys are always in the power positions, ready to use and abuse the black community somehow. We're never good enough to do the skill work. But God, how they love us picking up their garbage. Whenever the backlash comes, they shrink back into their holes, making us as the targets for public scrutiny, the sacrificial lambs, the black sheep. And when confronted, they give that same plastic smile and tell us to be patient. The best we get is the government quotas, forcing them to hire minorities for bogus positions. My friend Terry became one of their token blacks. If we try to leave, they just replace us with the next one, who was let into the line. Someone far too eager to please, to even notice the danger signals. So believe me, I understand your anger. But they've only torched your fields. When they'd had all they could stomach of me, they torched something far more precious. That's why I wear the mask, because of them. Jeez, look at you, some kind of monster. Thanks to them.
Put that gun away and let the man talk, Brad. Can't you see he's suffered too?
He don't know suffering. We got the clusters trying to run us off land that was owned by my grandpa. Ain't no way some clowns in pillow and sheets are gonna get the Armstrongs out. I'll take this to the courts if I gotta. This is America, damn it. Those men aren't interested in the law. They're armed, and they outnumber you. You should listen to your wife. No good can come of this.
The next night.
Brethren, you all know why we're here. It's time to finally rid our fair country of one of the last of the holdout Negroes. One more convincing push, and the Armstrongs should be on their way. Let's see how they react to a little cleansing fire. Hallelujah and amen, brother. We'll meet at Jerry's barn in 3 hours. Come prepared.
While being trained as a commando, a ninja, and an assassin, Al Simmons learned to make do with the materials at hand.
Leave the Armstrong Ranch alone.
Now what the hell was that?
Never seen him before.
Well, somehow he knew about our plans tonight. That shouldn't be. Well, bring him here. I want to see if we shot some colored psycho with a death wish, or if we have a traitor in our midst.
What's wrong, guys?
This guy weighs a ton!
Idiots! Just let me see his face.
It's stuck! The frickin' thing won't budge!
Forget it. Fetch the chain from the trunk. Let's finish this properly. Johnny, Peter, get him down first thing in the morning. I don't want the evidence hanging around too long.
New York City.
Perfect. Just perfect. Gave myself a bleeding ulcer trying to build a case against Billy Kincaid. And what happens? Some costume freaks leaves him in my office. Dead, naked, and swaddled in chains. Cover my butt, Twitch!
Yes, sir.
So now I find that Chief Banks hired the kid killer himself.
If that file Spawn gave us is to be believed, the Chief's career is finished.
Speaking of which, think you can finish this?
Done, sir.
You know, Twitch, for a pencil-necked geek, you show great promise as a sniper.
Thanks, sir. I'll take that as a compliment.
While detectives Burke and Williams search for a way to expose their superiors, Brad Armstrong is making a sickening discovery.
Dear God, not you two. Damn those murders.
You called? Drop the gun, Armstrong, or I'll give you a third eye the size of a grapefruit.
You mean watermelon?
Har har. Good one.
I'll kill you!
Tell us another one, you black-faced monkey. If you had any brains, you'd move months ago and taken your mutant son and slut wife with you. That should keep the lights on for a while. Come on, let's get the body down before...
Johnny?
Dear God above.
Easy, Mr. Armstrong.
As you can see, Your Honor, there is absolutely no evidence to corroborate Mr. Armstrong's accusations. On the contrary, a handful of my clients were injured at the site due to obstacles thrown across the road. One truck was rendered completely useless, while the other has extensive damages, as you can see in the photos. Additionally, 2 of the associates from the so-called murder site. Shall I continue?
That won't be necessary. Unless Mr. Armstrong has something substantive to add.
This is a sham.
Please excuse my client, Judge Misson.
Next time you try and waste my time with false and defaming lawsuits, I highly encourage you to have some evidence at hand. Murder is a very serious charge. More to the point, murder implies a body. Now get out of here before I find you in contempt.
This town makes me sick.
Soon. Very soon, brothers. I promise that Armstrong will pay for what's happened to us. No one attacks the clan without feeling repercussions. Path is now clear for us to eliminate Armstrong as scheduled. At midnight on Thursday, we'll take our revenge.
Boy, is the judge ever fired up tonight.
As the deadline draws near, the clan members go about their daily routines. Marking time, they submerge themselves in their particular passions. They'll soon know what it's like to have that primary focus taken away. Michael Balt cleans and caresses his Webley Fosbury .455 automatic revolver twice a day. He treats it like a much-loved mistress. It cost him over $5,000. His devotion is a touching thing to behold. When he wakes up from his evening nap, it will be a full 20 minutes before the tears stop. It took him nearly 2 years of saving to make the down payment, but it was worth the wait. Ray Crabtree Jr. is now the proud owner of the most powerful 4x4 in the county. Today, he plans on putting his new treasure through its paces. After today, his friends will torment him with the new nickname, 2x2. And in Judge Zachary Misson's chambers.
I've been waiting, Judge. Time we had a meeting of the minds. Thursday, just before midnight, at the Armstrong Ranch. Come alone.
I don't care what's happened to everyone else. Give me a 10-minute head start, then send in the cavalry.
By the time Thursday arrives, paranoia has gripped the entire cloaked congregation. A bloodlust has supplanted rational thought.
Where are you, spook? Show yourself!
Something falls behind him.
What? I know it's you, Armstrong. Quit pretending to be your dead friend. It won't save you.
Who's pretending?
What do you want?
More than you can give, redneck. You see, I know you're kind. There's nothing that would have even a remote chance of sinking into that racist brain of yours, except one thing. Fear! You know, that little emotion you use to make people leave their homes, their families. But that doesn't bother you, does it, Judge? Well, here's something that might. Your life. I can easily snuff it out. Lucky for you. Oh, your boys have finally arrived.
That's right, fool! And that means you're a dead man. You must have forgotten about my friends.
Then let's just see how well your friends know you.
Rays of greenish light flash intensely for 3 seconds. Lost in the commotion of shouted orders and screeching tires is a single unheard scream. In a few moments, they will only find one person inside. The other has vanished like a ghost.
Judge, reserves.
Over there, I see something. Is the leader. You okay, sir? What? It's the freaking color! How dare you desecrate the sacred robe? No darky is worthy of its touch. How dare you mess with us?
What are you talking about? Gary, what are you doing? It's me, missing. Put me down. I said stop it.
The outraged Klansmen pay no attention to their interloper's frightened appeals, even though he couldn't possibly know who they are behind their masks. They viciously pistol whip him, silencing any further protest. Somewhere not far away.
After your court case, I could see you were just going to get screwed. So I took the liberty of eavesdropping on their meeting. I knew Judge Misson wouldn't be brave enough to meet me alone, so I turned up the heat a little. But you'll need more than that, Brad. Here's a file containing detailed documents. They show how land was illegally procured through extortion and force. The judge kept pretty extensive notes. His mistake. No body of government outside this county will disregard these facts. With these in the hands of the state judiciary, you won't have to worry about being run off your land. Your friends will get back what's rightfully theirs. Our people will return. I don't know what to say, stranger. Thank you. Don't know how you survived, but God surely does move in mysterious ways. I hope the judge don't cause no more problems. I think he got the message. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and ring the bell to be notified. Also, subscribe to become part of the C-Dub Army. Oh, and welcome back. Malibolgia, just you wait.